gets dark. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DailyDaleCooper podcast. There is place inside of the Roadhouse, the only podcast in the entire of the internet to hear about Twin Peaks. I'm, of course, DemonPeaks, Sean, and this is GothPeaks, Adam. Say hello, Adam.
How we doing, guys?
You may notice we have another guest star with us, DailyDaleCooper, frequent collaborator with me on my midnight music memes and popular Instagram person. Say hello. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do.
My name is Oren. I run DailyDaleCooper. It's been more like once in a while Dale Cooper. So I don't have that kind of time. Like
you're quite
That's
popular
me right now, dude. That's me right now.
Yeah, you're quite popular on the internets.
It took a few years, but
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm surprised that I have more than 200 followers, to tell you the truth.
What do you attribute to your success? Are you buying fans? People just like looking at Kyle MacLachlan? What's the deal here? Do you have a sexual love of Kyle MacLachlan?
I don't. I've had people send me direct messages before asking if I was Kyle, and if I were a celebrity,
those are
I
the
would.
crazy ones you got to watch out
This is
for.
the crazy-
If they're really going to even bother asking if you're really Kyle, those are the totally unhinged ones. So you already know off the bat they're
Was
crazy.
it Tom Waits memes are you Tom Waits all the fucking time? And
Yeah.
I always tell him you're definitely Tom Waits. I tell everybody he's Tom Waits just to fuck with him.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to keep it up.
Well, if someone thinks that Kyle MacLachlan has the time to run a Dale Cooper fan page, you don't even have the time to run a Dale Cooper fan page. As you just say, what the fuck is Kyle? He's got to be busier. He's got wine.
His
Sure,
page
yeah.
is a fucking Dale Cooper fan page. He
It's
pays
not
enough
even
tribute to it.
it's not a Kyle MacLachlan page. It's a Dale Cooper page.
No. I'm saying Kyle MacLachlan's page. You know.
So
Is it
yeah,
Kyle
he's kind of like
MacLachlan
he's a cover band of himself, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He posts frequently about the Flintstones, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I attribute my success honestly to I've been running this account for a few years, and I had it before kind of the popularity of like all of the various Twin Peaks spinoff pages popped up. I think Sign Peak started following me back when he had like 20 followers. So if that gives you an idea of
Early
how long.
supporter.
SignPeaks is a war criminal, as far as if I recall. He was in Halliburton for a number of years. If anybody's curious.
How about Halliburton's your number one accusation to everybody?
I don't think I've accused. I think it's the first time I've ever accused someone of being in
I
Halliburton.
think you accused Peaks in the Hall.
I accused Peaks in the Hall of being a rapist a couple of times, and I remember I accused him of doing tax evasion, and then I tagged the IRS in a post of his. He didn't like that one. He was gone for a minute because he was getting in trouble with Instagram because of I believe all the
bullshit, some out of context bullshit.
So then he posted something about Kobe Bryant being a rapist today. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. He's a good guy. He has six Instagram pages.
Six?
Does he?
6 of them. He's got
what
like a thing. He's like a local news guy, and he has a thing for his band. And I'm like, why the fuck do you have 6 pages?
Jesus
That's
Christ.
a lot to do, and still put out bad memes like you do. All right, today's show we're going to be talking about season finale of season 1 of Twin Peaks, The Last Evening, which is funny because most of this takes place during the day. I want to give a shout out to the people who did our opening song. Lula is in trouble. The song is Midnight Coffee. She always posts a lot of provocative things, and not much music, but like sexy pictures or something.
Yeah.
So if you like that, if you like music, incidentally, check her out. If you're on YouTube, our logos and artwork were done by Corvid Days. Find them on Etsy. They do amazing work. Show opening was done by Adam himself, and I love it. Good job.
Thank you.
Et cetera. Check out DemonPeaks, GothPeaks. Don't check out DailyDaleCooper. Here's enough fucking people following him. Piece of shit. Hey, how you guys doing? What are you doing? Let's start off with a nice how do you do?
I'm quite tired from work, but I'm
You look like
doing
shit.
quite
You
well.
look terrible.
As always. So do you.
Is that Sisters of Mercy you got on?
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. All right.
Thank you.
And
How
we
are
have
you?
Warren here. Which your name? You have three names. I'm not gonna say your full name, but you sound like a goddamn serial killer when I saw your name. You gave me your email address, and these guys like Warren something something. I'm like, fuck, is this? Is he? Are you a serial killer? Is that why you're busy?
No. So as you know, Oren's not the most common name in the world.
Thank God.
There's a guy that lives in Israel who has my name, so he must have had the other email address too. So I had to throw my middle name in there.
He's got the same email address too. So you're saying that an Israeli soldier or a high-ranking member of the Israeli military has the same name as you?
That could be true.
It could be true. We're here to deal in facts.
I am not denying or confirming.
How many Palestinians do you think he's killed? Well, okay, let's I think Israel is a pretty sore subject for everybody, especially the people who live in Palestine. So this episode came out on May 23rd, 1990, written and directed by Mark Frost. Not much to say about that. Good to see Mark doing something. He's sort of a forgotten guy in the Twin Peaks mythos, as he was totally useless in The Return.
I still have not used a hashtag Mark Frost on any of my posts.
I've never used hashtag Mark Frost. Warren, have you ever hashtagged Mark Frost in anything?
Yeah, I have. Almost probably 75% of my posts. 75%. Probably.
I just forget he exists.
He's 75% better than us.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that when we were coming in here. Did you watch the episode, Warren?
Of course.
Good. I just watched it because I thought I watched it. I forgot I didn't watch it, and then watched it at 9 p.m. my time.
A lot of shit happens in that episode.
Oh yeah,
it's very busy. If you can recall the first time you saw it or any time you watched it, coming in from the last episode, what do you think you expected going into a season finale?
Well, I have a story about the very first time I saw it. I was probably 19 or 20. I was staying the night at my friend's place, and I had rented a VHS copy of the entire first season.
You're really getting dated here, Warren.
Yeah, well, I'm 44.
44.
So have the VHS. I plowed through all the episodes, and it's probably like 2 a.m. and I get to the final episode, and I shouted at the TV.
You woke everyone up.
Oh, they were not happy.
It's understandable, man. If they were watching the show, I'm sure they would totally understand.
Yeah. Oh, but I was out of town at my friend's place, so I had to wait until the next Monday or whatever to get back to the video store to rent season 2 on VHS.
That's some bullshit.
You had to wait there.
Yeah.
I miss VHSs.
Can't binge television like these days.
No. Yeah. What about you, Adam? Tell us about your expectations.
Well, me, I didn't have the luxury of actually watching it when it first came out, and getting that full experience. Yeah. I just kind of binged through it and watched one after the other. So, I didn't have to do too much to get.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I plowed right through to the next episode. I didn't even hesitate. I didn't have to.
Oh God.
I was like, fuck it, I'm not waiting.
It was the most torture I've ever experienced from a television show.
I can only imagine. That's what it left me with, you know. So I mean, at the end of it, you have all this shit happening at the end, all the shit it leaves you with.
It's a very busy. It sort of set the precedent for very busy finales that you'd see in like Lost, Sopranos later, where they have this ending last episode of the season, where it's just like 35 things happen in a row, and you're like, wait.
A lot of shit. You know, actually, it when I was watching it tonight, I totally fucking forgot that it ends it with Audrey's dad coming in the room. I
always remember
I
ending
totally
with
forgot about that. I thought
with
they just
the gunshot.
carried that whole thing in the next season. I thought. Yeah.
That's all. It ends on some implied incest in only a way
you're only
Twin
wondering
Peaks
what the fuck's
could.
happening.
So let's start off. We start off with Sid and Nancy breaking into Jacoby's house. And not only do they immediately start going through his stuff, but they start making insulting commentary about his knickknacks because they're cunts. Like, it's just the worst. He's got like the little umbrella from, Hawaii, and they're like, oh, fucking
man lands on the moon.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here, man.
They're making fun of his totems, man, and we don't like that.
It's ridiculous. And, lots of guys got an Asian fetish. I'm not a man with an Asian fetish, but Jacoby definitely is a man with a Hawaiian fetish. What does this help his character? Or just a silly thing? I really like Hawaiian broads. And, he obviously doesn't just like Hawaiian broads. He was banging Laura Palmer.
Yeah. I don't know.
Adam, do you have an Asian fetish?
No, I don't. So
Warren, are you a man with an Asian fetish?
No.
No. Okay, good. So we're all on the same page.
Confirm or deny.
Yeah, beautiful people, not to be fetishized. They find their locket and a coconut with a tape in it, which proves nothing really. Bobby is there. Not real. I'm still not sure why he wants James to be in trouble.
Yeah,
I was really bothered how they bust into Jacoby's place and then they just start ransacking, and they fucking they're playing around with his music and his
the knobs and everything. They're like, because she starts turning stuff on. Don't turn stuff. If you've ever broken into a place, you don't just start turning a bunch of stuff on. You keep as quiet as possible. Like,
if I came home, I would notice thing number one that my my in-house PA system isn't playing my luau music anymore.
Yeah. You want your Don Ho to be playing at maximum efficiency. You can't be doing that. Yeah, it's very rude. They come off as cunts. Like this whole episode, these idiots do not come off well. Because right away, Jacoby gets the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Looking at Maddie. He has a heart attack. Maddie's got the terrible wig on. We never find out who beat him up. It's supposed to be Leland. I think we all know it's Leland. Because he didn't want anybody to kill Maddie before him or whatever. But if you had to pick it being someone else, who would you guys pick?
Oh, I assumed it was Bob.
Bob? Okay.
At that point of watching it originally, I just assumed it was
I had the same exact assumption.
Yeah. I would assume, because we don't really see Bob, but this is a guy in a mask.
So why I thought it was an actual guy that, yeah.
We assumed Bob was a guy walking, which he sort of is.
Yeah.
Walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sort of a weird, I don't know. I wish they'd have done something with this. It's kind of a wasted.
Yeah, you don't get much from it though. But no, I'm with Thorne. Totally thought
I agree with that 100%. If it was, I think it would have been cool if it was Bob. Like, and you saw his face and Jacoby could identify. It was that guy in the poster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that man.
To give a level of mystery to it. We go to One-Eyed Jack's, where Ed is a bad gambler. And Jacques is an idiot because Ed's walking around right in front of him. He's none the wiser. At all. Coop is fine here. He's keeping him distracted. Got some young broads in their 90s hair, and they're fucking garish. With the fringe that they had, that guys are doing now.
With the little thing in the front?
Yeah, the little curly, yeah. Blackie does some tarot, and Audrey walks in. For some reason, she's dressed totally different from every girl in this place. But she's hot, so it doesn't matter. And then there's like this tense music where she's talking about Audrey having to pleasure a man, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's like the tense Twin Peaks music for this scene.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you got to please the owner. We learn Coop is a card counter, obviously, and Jack
Yeah.
doesn't care because Coop tips well. As a man who worked in the service industry and in the restaurant industry a lot, yeah, that's exactly how it works.
Oh yeah, for sure. What the fuck are they gonna care if they're getting good
They
tips? You know.
tip well, you get whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Fellas, if you want to sleep with a waitress, just tip them well repeatedly. It's fact. Which I respect. I respect Jock's hustle here, and I like Coop's gimmick here. What do you think about Coop being the guy, presenting himself as the guy behind Leo?
Very
I like
well
that.
done. He's super quick with everything.
Yeah.
You know, he just says everything with
smooth.
confidence. The kind of confidence that kind of guy would have to have. So
Yeah,
I would buy it.
a drug kingpin would have to have.
Yeah.
And he introduces himself as Fred and Barney.
Fred and Barney.
So yeah,
I love it. I love the Fred and Barney and the bit from
some foresight into his acting in the Flintstones movie.
I believe that everything in his life was leading up to the Flintstones.
Yeah,
as the
7
epitome
degrees
of the best thing that Kamala's ever done. I mean, you got to put top 5, got to have Flintstones on it.
Well, Showgirls is up there for sure.
Showgirls, oh, definitely, yeah. I haven't seen a good majority of the crap that he's done.
I don't think I've seen Showgirls.
I think you could probably skip it.
I love his character in Portlandia.
Oh yeah, the mayor, he's fantastic.
Yeah, I kind of model the Daily Dale Cooper. I model that page. I've asked myself, would Cooper say or do this, or would Mr. Mayor say or do this? So if it falls into that wheelhouse, I feel like it's fine to.
There's a gauge for Dale Cooper, and it's mayor and FBI agent, and that's it.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you sit on the big ball, the big rubber ball, like the mayor does? I picture you posting on this. I mean, you're from Seattle, which I said before, it doesn't exist. It only exists in Fraser. It's a made-up fucking place. No one's ever been to Seattle. Prove it.
Mention Singles, the movie.
No one saw Singles, the movie.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be alone in that.
Nirvana, Pearl Jam, all the.
They're not real bands. They
Soundgarden.
only exist on soundtracks.
You done.
Call up Kurt Cobain today and tell me where he's from. If he can answer and tell me, then I'll believe Seattle's a real place.
The Moore Theater. I'm just mentioning places that are in Seattle.
Can I see any of those places from your window, or can I see the Space Needle?
No, I live across the water from Seattle. It's about an hour away. If you're familiar with the band MXPX.
Yeah, I like MXPX, yeah.
Yeah, I live in the town.
We both grew up as assholes. We know MXPX.
Yeah.
We played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I ran into Mike, the singer from MXPX. He was having a yard sale at his parents' place, and I asked if he had any books for sale, and he was trying to pawn off like all these Xbox games, and he had some musical equipment that.
Oh wow!
You think he could sell that? Like, I'm the guy from MXPX selling musical equipment. Like, that seems like an easy sell.
Yeah.
It's an easy dunk. Hey, it's you. I'd be like, I used it, even if you didn't. You're the guy.
And I'll run into him around town from time to time, and I just pretend like I don't know who he is.
I enjoy that quite a bit. Yeah,
that awkwardness.
Is he like annoying?
No, he's cool enough. He participates well because of COVID. I hadn't seen him around, but he was doing these open mics at this bar near my place, and just go up and do like acoustic shit.
How the mighty have fallen from MXPX to doing open mic nights at the bar. I'd love to go there and you see, I don't know who's famous. Who's a famous person today? A famous musician?
Fucking
Beck.
Anybody? Beck? I'd love if I went to a local bar, and Beck shows up, and he's like, you know what, guys? You know what? No, because Beck would do that. He would do it, it would be a 3.5 hour show because he can't get off his own ass. I love Beck, but every time I've seen him live, the show ran over by like 2 hours.
He does play a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does it. He said it in Futurama. He said, that song was supposed to be 45 minutes, but I got into a serious groove. Beck.
He fucking rocks. He fucking surprised me when I saw him at Coachella, dude.
He's awesome. He's really great.
He was amazing. Yeah.
I think he might be a Scientologist though. Or is he out of the Scientology?
Well, I figured they handed out those Scientology pamphlets at the end of it, right?
Yeah, you got to sign away your soul for 20 million years or whatever it is to Tom Cruise. And he has to get another fucking Mission Impossible made. How do you think he gets that done?
Take one of those personality tests at the end of the show.
I've taken one of those, the Thetan test, because there was a place in Pittsburgh right on the strip that you could go and get your Thetans checked. I had quite a lot of them, apparently. I was just riddled with the fucking things.
Maybe you're the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard.
I'm already a much better writer than L. Ron Hubbard ever was.
Yeah, I heard his writing was pretty shitty, right?
Oh, I've read a couple of things. I read some short stories, and I read Battlefield Earth. Good. Hey, do you guys hate psychiatry? Because he did. I don't know if you know, but he really fucking hated it. He's a 2,000-page book about it. Thanks.
Jesus Christ.
And I think I told you I had an uncle that was
into how confused I was watching Battlefield Earth, the movie. Oh my god, dude!
It didn't
make
any sense.
Travolta, Barry Pepper.
It's like we're aliens, but we hate therapists. Oh, okay.
I don't know what the fuck I was watching, dude.
I had an uncle that was really into Dianetics when I was a kid. He loved, what became Scientology. And the last time I saw him, I was real little, and he cut off 3 of his fingers in front of us.
Oh,
and then I never saw that uncle ever again. And no one ever talked about him.
Like he cut off his fingers to impress you, or some kind of industrial accident?
I don't know. He did it on purpose, but I don't know what the intent was because I'm 5. And it horrified me for I was like, what the fuck happened to, uncle?
The remainder of your life?
Yeah, the remainder of my life.
Scientology will do to you.
And then we never talked about him again. And I mentioned him a couple of times, and my mom was like, yeah, he got sent away. And I'm like, to where? To what end? What happened to him? That was it. So that was my first and last experience with Scientologists in the home.
Damn.
Yeah. So we get the creepy story from Jacques, which, by the way, never happens in Firewalk with Me.
No.
Waldo doesn't bite Laura.
Bite the bullet, baby.
Yeah, none of that ever. We never see any of that. No one sticks a chip in her mouth.
Pretty gross close up on the mouth.
Oh, we get a nice shot of.
Very reminded me of the Garmin Bozier eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Mark. Maybe that's their Quentin Tarantino foot fetish sort of thing.
Mark Frost really likes men's
tongue
mouths.
eating the fucking bird.
It's a pretty harrowing story, and they do a good job. I do think the close up. Yeah, there it is. Mark. Oh my god! If Mark Frost sees this, he's gonna get a massive erection. It's not gonna go down for days. He's gonna have to write some more Twin Peaks fan fiction and publish them. I like how I do like how it bugs Cooper though. He gets genuinely affected by it.
Oh yeah, he can't hide that at all.
Yeah, I like that. It shows a real sincerity,
Yeah, I like how Jacques kind of just locks it up when he sees that. Well, yeah.
Well, I like when he's telling the story, and we get to see where Laura's been, right inside Jacques' mouth. We get to be in there with Laura, experiencing Laura.
Rough. Not a good place to be, I think. I don't know.
In the 50s, they tried smell-o-vision. You know what I mean? At smell-o-vision, yeah, it was a real thing they did at movies, and they would release an aerosol spray to smell something in the theater. Well, they would do stuff like that all the time. Like they would put buzzers under certain seats and shock people and shit like that. Like they did it all the time. But I wish if we watch this, they'd release like a Laura smell.
Who is the company behind Smell-O-Vision?
You know what? I'm not the fucking movie historian, so why don't you fucking look it up yourself?
I wonder if I don't know where I'm going with that.
What if you so here's a question for you guys. Pick a movie you'd most want to smell.
Fuck. This is our next topic. Top 5 movies we want.
Top 5 movies we want to smell. I would say nothing before 1970. For obvious reasons. You imagine smelling Taxi Driver? It's just shit and garbage and puke and cum.
Probably Willy Wonka only while they're in the factory.
Yeah, because the rest of it's like desolate, dying, decaying Americana England.
Yeah, you know what?
You
The
don't wanna
bucket
smell
house
anything
doesn't
outside.
smell good.
Yeah.
No.
They don't get out of that fucking bed. It smells like bed sores and urine.
Mhm.
It reminds me of the episode of Always Sunny where who pooped the bed. Because you know they're shitting in that bed.
Yeah. Disgusting.
We move to Shelly washing her hair in the sink. Does Shelly not have a bathroom in her house?
That's exactly what I was wondering, man.
Well,
Just
maybe
what do you
because
do?
half the house is under construction, so maybe that part of the house is
But
being remodeled.
the bathroom is where you remodel first and not finish it, not have a toilet.
I have low standards. I
He's just
I
shitting
would
outside.
I would never choose to remodel anything. So
No. And if you're gonna do it, you do the
Deal with
bathroom
it.
like first. The bathroom is done first. I need to shit. I will sleep in the bathroom before I fucking shit outside.
Yeah.
And she's doing the sink. I guess people I guess do that. And Leo comes in a really badass duster, I gotta say.
Yeah.
We don't see him in this duster before this, and he only has it on for a little bit. I want to see more of the duster. It makes Leo look really cool.
Did you buy one after you saw that episode?
I'm too short to wear a duster. I'm 5'8". I can't be 5'8" wearing a duster. You got to be at least 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
Oren, what's your feelings on dusters?
they remind me of the Undertaker from WWF.
The long black duster, and he was, he's 6'5". It looks good on him.
Yeah.
He could pull off a
Makes
duster.
sense.
Guys like us, we're not. We're also not in good shape, so we're not wearing dusters.
I will say I have like this weird hoodie duster
A
type
duster
thing,
hoodie.
and yeah, that's a duster hoodie, and it would help if I was a little bit taller. Just gonna say.
Yeah, you can't be a short guy wearing a duster. Then you're literally dusting the ground. Then you're a literal duster.
Yeah, it doesn't really help.
And we go right back near the border. And I have a question: why is Cooper 10 minutes away? Why wasn't he behind Jacques?
I didn't question it.
And Jacques grabs a gun, and Andy, what a story arc we got here. He's cold as ice. He goes, "You better call that ambulance."
Where's his attitude? The rest of this character.
Yeah, we ain't never seen. I'm like, Andy looks fucking badass here. He's cool as hell. This was the coolest Andy ever. And yeah, I love it. I wish we saw more. I think all gun related activity past this part should have been Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Just busting motherfuckers up.
I mean, I think the closest we see to this Andy is one time in the return, and that's it.
That was not even him that used the gun though. It was.
No, it wasn't. I'm saying the attitude.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, with when he quick carries Nadia.
Yeah. He's just
He looks cool as fuck there. Andy's cool.
Mhm.
And then we get to listen to more sexy Laura tapes. She's all coked up, being sexually harassed by her therapist. James is sweet, but he's so dumb. I'm like, damn, man. I feel bad for James in that moment. Like, you don't want to hear about you being a cuck and a bitch. Like, back to back. And then she's talking about a mystery man. And I always thought she was talking about Bob, but re-listening to this, it sounds like she's talking about Leo.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Because at first I was like, oh, Bob, because he lights my fire. But then she says the same thing about Leo earlier. And why is he a mystery? There's 30 people in this town, and you're fucking 25 of them.
There's many mystery men. But no, It would make sense if she's talking about Leo, though.
I want to point out that she says her mom brings her milk and cookies. I'd love some fucking milk and cookies. Fuck you, Laura. Piece of shit. When's the last time you got milk and cookies? Either of you.
Love milk and cookies. I love the book even.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about milk and cookies.
Running out of time. Says we are running out of time. Hold on a second. I don't know what the
Not
fuck
good.
That is.
We got 10 minutes to wrap this up.
Was that what it is?
I don't know. Is that what's going on?
We did this before. I'm gonna pause it for just 1 second because I don't know what the
Go
fuck
for
it
it.
is.
I think I gotta upgrade mine too.
Huh?
I'm still seeing the timer on mine. I might have to.
I'm still seeing it. I guess we're gonna find out.
Okay.
We'll go from there. We got 6 minutes. If it counts
We'll
down,
see how
shuts
that
up, we'll
goes.
figure it the fuck out. Yeah. We find out that Doc Hayward is the only goddamn doctor in this town. Despite the fact that the hospital is massive. He's like, I gotta go. I'm a general practitioner. Someone's been shot.
Yeah, it's like the sheriff's department. You only have
Yeah.
a handful of people.
At the mill, a much cooler Leo is going to kill his wife, which, you know, that's no way to handle it. Take it from me.
At least he's doing
And
it
he's
in the
quite
duster.
sour. Yeah, he got a cool duster, but he's trying to kill his wife. Really shitty way to kill his wife. And he made a little explosive thing, which Leo did that. I don't think so.
Mm.
He's borderline retarded. And he's quite sour with Bobby. So now he's going to go kill Bobby, which his idea to kill Bobby is to go wait at his house. Not Bobby's house, his own house. We get a lighthearted and whimsical Nadine committing suicide. And it's very soft, very, very happy moment for her. A nice flowing dress. She looks nice. Those pills wouldn't kill Iggy Pop. I'll tell you that right now. If stories are to be believed, you just shuck him in his face. What do you think about the Nadine suicide scene?
It made me sad. You know, you see her eating the bonbons in that last episode, and it fucking broke my heart. And of course, it breaks my heart seeing her now, dude. It
was the Drape Runners was a short walk to suicide.
A very short walk, but I get it.
I thought it was a pretty tender moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when Big Ed comes home and finds her, and it's like, you know, Nadine, what have you done?
What have you done? I'd have been more mad. I'd be like, you bitch, what did you do? We go to Hank. What are you getting cozy?
Yeah, I'm cold.
Good God.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Well, I work outside, so I don't think I've warmed up from being outside for
it's fucking cold out there, man.
For 7 hours.
Yeah.
Literally all 7 hours of my workday outside was in the rain. So
Oof.
Well, that's fucking terrible. You're in Seattle. It rains every day in the fictional city of Seattle.
You love it though, right?
I love my paychecks.
Yeah, no one likes the work unless you're like a rapper or something. No one likes the fucking work. You just want the money. It's ridiculous. Here in the DarkPeaks podcast, we advocate for the end of capitalism. And
I'm not saying anything about the end of capitalism. You are, but that's cool.
Well, your silence says it all. You quietly support my movement.
Dude, I'm stoned. What am I gonna fucking talk about?
Who do you think most of the people that don't like capitalism are? They're high idiots.
Yeah, but no. I'm not gonna. No, you're not gonna get this out of me. You're not gonna get this out of me.
It's like the French Revolution. They were all high as a kite, dying of dysentery. And to Hank and Josie, we get Hank waxing philosophically on his feelings about Lord knows what.
I hated that scene.
So long. It was just meandering.
Hey, let's become blood brothers.
It's like, it's so fucking gross. Like,
yeah.
What is this? I know they did this in the 80s a lot. Like, blood brothers. And also, it was the worst looking blood I've ever seen in a television show.
Yeah, but you know what? In the 80s, there's this little thing called HIV going around.
Yeah, it was the AIDS epidemic. Thank you, Ronald Reagan.
My girlfriend said AIDS when we were watching that episode.
Yeah, that's the same thing I thought. And Hank was in jail.
Oh,
so he's bumming a little bit.
And then Josie does this thing at the end where she sucks her thumb and like rubs the blood on her lips.
On her already painted lips, so it doesn't add anything to it. Like they've already got lipstick on them.
Yeah.
Josie's a prostitute and Hank was in jail. The rate for AIDS in these two. Let's be honest.
Shenanigans?
Yeah. Shenanigans are don't fucking stick your blood in someone else's blood, Josie. You stupid bitch. And they talk about the murder that Hank committed. And Josie actually did it. Like, they never really get into this. So, like, a murder that you actually did, I went to jail for.
I posted on DailyDaleCooper the what is shenanigans screen grab, and Lynch Bricks said that Shenanigans was your season 2 arc.
I like Lynch Bricks. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
awesome.
And you know who's fucking killing it lately is Bad Binoculars.
Oh yeah,
Oh, dude.
they've been. I
cannot
don't know
say
who they
enough nice
are, or where
things
they
about
came
them.
from, but they're kicking ass.
No, they were one of the people who would submit shit to all the pages all the time. They're the ones who did that Cramp Peaks with Mr. C on the Cramp Skull.
Oh,
yeah,
that was him.
Ghost Town Deluxe. I think. No, not Ghost Town Deluxe. No, I'm sorry, I might be mistaken.
What the fuck are you talking? That's a different guy.
No, their name was Driftwood, something like that. And
okay,
now they're
they're kicking ass. They're the next Meme Holland Drive.
They're fucking really good, dude. Very good.
My God. I want to get Lucy to make a video for me on Cameo, just to just to pay her to say something disparaging about Meme Holland Drive.
She'll do it. I don't think she gives a shit.
Oh fuck, dude! If you're on Cameo, your standards are probably a little. I mean, God bless her.
Yeah,
in the off chance that she watches the DailyDaleCooper podcast.
Well, we know that George Griffin does, and James Brixton are both
I'm not
fans.
convinced he watches it. I like to think that he supports it. I don't know.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, Adam. They watch it. Why are you putting this down? This is your fucking show, as well.
Well, that says a lot about me, right?
Yeah, you can't enjoy anything nice in your fucking life. Everything's got to be a fucking pain in the ass. I forgot to hit record for all that, but yeah, you get the hint. Yeah, Adam sucks. He's being replaced by a man from a fictional
had some
town.
Hilarious shenanigans while you weren't recording.
Well, the folks didn't see. While we weren't recording, we got our lads out and sort of wiggled them at the camera for a bit. Everybody enjoyed that.
That's for the Patreon viewers.
Yeah, that's the Patreon stuff. We started doing Patreon content. We mentioned this a couple times. We watched the Royal Rumble 2001, and we spent 6 hours drinking and doing weird stuff. And when I tried to watch it back, I'm like, I cannot let people watch this. It was too weird. It got too. Adam's crying in the one part, and he's weeping openly. Someone dropped an N-bomb. It was a really rough time. It was a really rough time in that 6-hour show.
There were many bombs.
There was a lot of. We insult and like really hard insult a number of community members. One in particular, who shall not be named, it was Costanza Peaks, because that guy sucks, and I don't care for him much at all. And he's not funny, and he's German or something.
I'm gonna say this. He had a really fucking funny one. I think it was like a week or so ago. I don't know.
Was it the one that someone submitted to him because he didn't do it?
No, I don't think it was that. It was something about Kramer just giving kind of like a retarded look.
Well, it makes me think about him. That's how he looks. I saw him eating fucking cheese one time. I thought I was gonna have to kill myself. All right. Getting back to the show. So they go to the mill again, and this is the question I have. The mill is still open. Pete and Catherine are there, and there's people working there. Mm-hmm. So is Shelley in a part of the mill while there's still people there?
No, nobody goes into that part. Maybe everyone was just getting out as they were going in.
You think you'd notice there's a weird guy in a duster and a tied up girl, and he's bringing her in at the mill, at our mill.
Twin Peaks.
And doesn't he sets that timer for an hour?
Yeah, like
that seems a little sloppy to me. Like a lot of shit can happen in an hour.
And he doesn't stay to watch it. Like he just leaves. Hey, kill Bobby. Bye.
I want you to think about what you've done to me.
And she's like, I thought about it. That's why I cheated on you. Like, that's why I cheated on you. I thought about it. Cheating was probably the best thing to do. Here we are today.
What do you think the age gap is between Shelley and
we discussed this. I always thought Shelley was older because they referred to her as being in school at some point, but she's got to be the same age as them because they were in class. She was in school with Laura in 11th grade, so she's got to be 18.
So she's like a dropout, right?
Yeah, she dropped out 11th grade, but I always assumed it was years ago. But they make it seem like she was in class with them, so she's got to be 18, maybe 19 here maximum. And Leo's 25. I want to say he's 24, 25.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, 24, 25, something like that.
He doesn't look much older. He could play maybe 28 at a pinch, but I would say not younger than 24. Yeah. So it's a bit of
up in his flashy car and wins Shelley over.
Well, he has a predilection for high school. Do you think Shelley was a cokehead? That's how he got her.
I don't know.
Good
Never
question.
thought about that.
Because like that was his gimmick. Here's some
She's
coke.
skinny enough to look to be.
Yeah, she's we never see her using, but if he has it, she probably uses it at home. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
I wish
She's
that
probably
Bobby
got
would
it
have
under
known that.
control.
I wish that Bobby would have known that they could have had something they shared together.
Mhm.
Real bad coke addiction. Let me learn how Pete and Catherine met. You know, the big house. You take her to the big house.
Poodle.
Yeah, I like it. He goes, I have no complaints about the house. And you know, you can tell Pete really loves her, and she's still feeding him a lot of bullshit here. It's very sad.
Yeah.
And we go to the police station where Andy is trying to get a little bit off of Lucy because he's telling his sexy, heroic gun story. But
A little echo, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a weird moment here where Hawk clearly tells him to give it his best shot, but it's clearly recorded in post and was not Hawk saying it.
I didn't notice that.
Someone goes, give it your best shot. And it's Hawk talking to him, but it's not Hawk saying it.
What's the delete of the line?
Yeah. He closes the plastic partition, you know, so no one can hear you through a partition. And she, you know, I'm pregnant. Now, do you have any kids, Oren?
No.
No. Adam, you have a young gentleman. How did your girlfriend tell you she's pregnant?
She told me on my lunch break while we were in the car, and then I started. She told me she was pregnant, and I started crying, and then we got in and out.
In and out's a good place to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in and out, not a euphemism.
No, they already did that. That's how the kid came. I don't know if you know. Then he cream pied her on the way home, and that's how Alex was born. Yeah. Just to make sure it was his DNA in there.
Yeah. Because that's definitely something I have to fucking worry about.
I don't know your relationship. I'm not here to judge you. Did you get a paternity test?
No need, sir.
Oh, I mean, they're like $40. I mean, you might want to check it out. No,
Yeah,
your kid looks just like you. He looks like a little guy. He looks like you. I got a text at 1 a.m. I was working at a bar, and Ava's mom goes, I guess I had to talk to you about something. And I'm like, no, you're not gonna talk to me about something later. What the fuck do you got to say to me? And she goes, oh, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll be home in a little. Like, wait, I'll be home in like a half an hour. Wait. And I knew it was a little girl. I've told the story before because at the moment of conception, I thought about Harriet Tubman.
As one does.
That's how you know it's a girl.
And that's how you know it's not going to be racist.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, I assume she's half black, quarter black. I assume she's not racist. I hope not. Yeah. So, Aaron, if you're ever going to have kids, if you want a girl, moment of conception, think about Harriet Tubman and all the good work she did.
How do you get a boy?
What's the guy's name? He's another abolitionist. I'll get back to you. I forget the guy's name. There's a famous abolitionist that you'll think about, African-American gentleman. And you think about him and all the good work he did.
James Baldwin?
No, you don't know. You don't know anything. Bobby calls the
Why does it have
police
to be
station.
abolitionist?
Huh?
Why does it have to be abolitionist?
Because it has to be. I don't, this is science. I didn't fucking do this, man. This is just what it is.
What if I want a peanut enthusiast? So I think about George Washington Carver.
You could, but he didn't do anything. I mean, everything he did with peanuts was everything but eat them. I wouldn't want that.
Maybe he had a severe allergy.
Yeah. I think you think of Mr. Peanut, probably. Pretty sure he was
like
against
the monocle.
slavery. No, I'm pretty sure he was pro-slavery with the monocle and the top hat and the cane. He seemed
Anyone
like a
with the
slave
top
owner.
hat, yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust the top hat on a guy unless they're like an old
That's a big
British.
assumption. Top hat.
Yeah,
Yeah, pro-slavery.
pretty sure
Lincoln.
he's from Lincoln.
Lincoln
Yeah,
had the
but
top hat.
I think it was because the height is weird head because he was like a giant guy. Lincoln was like 8 foot tall. You know what I mean? He was made of iron. He invented the rocket launcher. We all know a lot about Lincoln and this famous time traveler, Abraham J. Lincoln. And Bobby calls the police station and uses a Leo voice. I love the Leo voice.
Yeah.
This is Leo Johnson.
James is an easy rider.
Yeah, he's an easy rider. And they're just, everybody just buys this. Why don't you just say there's cocaine in this?
If I were given that information, he's an easy rider, I would never in a million years think to look in the gas tank of
the gas tank. Of all the things to look in, how do you even get? I don't know how you get in a gas tank of a motorcycle. I know how you open it, but then you got to get in there.
Wouldn't that spoil the product?
That's another thing.
Yes, I have huffed gasoline and I've done a lot of cocaine, but I've never done them together. And I can't imagine you'd want that. So you don't want wet cocaine. You can't fucking sniff it.
Be a little rough going down or going up.
Yeah, I don't know that's something you'd want to put in your body. We go to the hospital, and Harry and Coop question Jacques, and they learn nothing. Jacques has no information about anything. I got hit in the head with a bottle, and I passed that outside. Thanks, Jacques.
Don't you love how friendly he was being after he tried to take one of their guns and shoot at them too?
Yeah, he's like, "Hey guys, what do I hang out?"
He's probably all hopped up on morphine.
Yeah,
oh,
well,
yeah,
that explains what's coming later.
Yeah,
and I like when Coop says Jacques is too stupid to lie. Hey, he's too fucking stupid to lie, which is true. He didn't lie about anything.
Doesn't tell him anything.
And Jacoby is there in stable condition. He'll be fine too.
Yeah.
Back to Keith and Catherine, and Pete gets stuck looking at an old yearbook, and I do this every time I clean. I get stuck looking at something, and I'm like, "Oh man, I never get
something
anything."
That would happen to me, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta clean this room, and then I'm like, "Oh man, I haven't seen that in a while."
I'm easily distracted.
Yeah. I don't have any of my yearbooks. I'm in none of them. I did not take a picture from first grade until they kicked me out.
That doesn't fucking surprise me.
I don't want pictures of me fucking taken at school. Then they molest me or something. Schools are terrible. And but I have a bunch of ex-girlfriends' yearbooks. I don't know anybody in them except for them. So it's interesting to see. Like, oh, look at that fucking guy. And yeah. So Hank calls and Catherine fucking dismisses Pete. Hey, Pete. I'm like, damn, man. You just were like sucking his balls, trying to make him feel better about himself.
Pete takes it, man.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, come to the mill. And Catherine gets strapped. She's like, fuck this, bringing a gun. Catherine, once again, the smartest person in the show. She foils every plot against her. She's always armed. She stopped a guy from putting insurance, on her. She's handling it. She's getting her, and she's getting her toes sucked. She's getting some shit out of this. Like, honestly, if you're gonna be anybody in Twin Peaks, be Catherine Martell. She pretty much gets out of the show unscathed, with unresolved, unscathed, fine, rich, good. And we go to the double R, and we get another monologue by Hank.
It went on forever.
Like, these are the
they all feel like they go
worst episodes, these two worst scenes, these talks at Norma. And I know he's trying to spit some game, but give me a fucking break, man.
Yeah.
I know this was Oren's favorite part. He loves hearing Hank talk. He said that as much. He should have made Norma do the blood brother thing too.
Maybe I'm going to switch over to a Daily Hank account.
Daily Hank.
Daily
are you also Daily Dale Earhart? Is that you?
Of course I am.
I thought I believe we've talked about it, me and you, but I am a functional alcoholic, so I remember very little of my day.
Yeah. I made it and I posted 10 or 15 times, and just
You made me a midnight music meme with Dale Earhart.
yeah,
I put it up and
yeah,
like
with the,
no one liked it, and I loved it because I was like, this is the best one.
got the
This is
girl
the
is in the
best
coop like the colonel's got the chicken.
Yeah, it was the best one, and it did not go over well. And I like when they don't go over well because that means that it's too funny for everybody else to get.
I like those ones too, but even though I don't get a lot of them though.
No, you post your dumb goth shit all the time to get your likes. You're like, oh,
Dude,
what
I
if
don't
I
even
post
know
it
what
on-
the fuck I've been posting. I haven't been posting shit.
You don't really have to. No, you post like things once a month, and everybody's like, oh my god, look how good it was. It's about
No,
something that I know.
I've been posting less. I've been kind of dealing with a bit of a block, but I'm not feeling as bad about it.
Have you tried masturbating?
Yeah, sure.
And so
yes, sir, or a yeah, sure.
it was yes, sir. It was definitely yes, sir.
Yes, sure.
You're saying yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is yes, sure.
What I technically
sure,
said was yeah,
sure.
sure. But what I meant to say, we go to Ed's house, sans mustache, wearing the PS, the PM, the SM Ed era, post the sans mustache, no mustache on Ed, which is a damn shame because he looked good with the mustache. He finds Nadine, and he doesn't do a lot. He just kind of grabs her, and that's it. Nadine,
What else can you do?
call the fucking cops. Call the ambulance.
Yeah, you have to imagine that there might be a part of him that wants Nadine to die.
I thought the lingering was that, like, oh well, maybe
Yeah.
Which explains the brain damage later. And we go to Coop and Harry, and we have an interesting thing here. He tells Harry to call off the surveillance on Leo's house. Now, Leo was there. Hank beat him up. He then returned and kidnapped Shelley. What do you mean surveillance on the fucking house? Clearly, no one was watching this house at all, even a little bit.
Yeah, well, Hank Jennings found himself there. So how did he get from the diner to Leo's so fast?
I don't know. None of this. The whole thing with them, they're watching Leo's, and the Hank shows up because Hank showed beat the fuck out of Leo, and they didn't see that. That was in like the front yard. And the Hank teleports to the double R, and he's washing up. He's already doing his job. And then he went to Josie's in between there. Hank.
Yeah, I didn't make any of that.
Hank's got some doppelgangers. We got some doppelhankers. There's 3 or 4 Hanks in town at any given time. And James shows up, of course, on cue. And then so does Leland. This place is turning into like a Monty Python sketch. Like it's just more and more people popping up at the police station as needed. And James is an easy rider, which means that there's drugs in his gas tank. Okay. And Coop scolds him. He's like, "What game are you playing, boy?" I still don't understand to what end. Anybody?
No, I don't know.
What's Bobby's goal here?
It's just to get back at him for stealing his girlfriend.
Which he didn't do, really, because she's dead.
But that's his perception.
I get this is a long way to go to like get a guy in trouble for banging your dead girlfriend. Like, feels like a lot. He's got bigger things to worry about, which comes up instantly because he shows up at Leo's house and Leo tries to kill him with a fucking axe. No Duster. This is the end of Duster Leo. He's now Axe Leo.
Yeah.
And then Hank is now at Leo's again with a gun. So I don't know. I don't know how Hank is doing all this stuff. It's a very busy day for him. We get some interlacing with the invitation to love thing, which I enjoy. And
I just like his dead stare at it while he's watching the show.
And that's sort of the end of Leo as a character that does anything at all.
Yeah. Really.
We see him sort of loaf around and then Wyndham Earl and him have sex in the woods, and that's about it. We go to Catherine, who's in no sense of urgency while this place is burning around her, mind you. I can't hear you. I can't understand what you're saying. You got the thing in your mouth.
That fucking made me laugh so hard when I heard that. You have a thing in your mouth.
And no, she like doesn't. She hesitates to help Shelly. The things start bursting into flames, and she's like, "Oh, okay." She has got no fucking fear. She's got no shit given. I love it. And they rush for an exit. And then we, before we get the next thing, Pete heroically runs into the mill. Safety glass.
Still my wife.
Safety glass is on, and I'm thinking, what was Pete doing at the mill? It looked like he was working, but he was just at home with Catherine when she got the call to come to the mill.
Did he not go with her, or
no? And he's wearing mill gear, like he's done working for the day.
Oh, he probably just yanked it out of the back of his truck where he keeps all his fishing gear, and he's always prepared. He's the last Boy Scout.
I suppose. What's he doing there, though?
Maybe he wanted to see what Catherine was up to.
I'll buy that. Because there's other people there with him. What are they doing there?
Maybe they heard the explosion. They saw the flames or the smoke, so they
like working night shift. They're working like a night shift. Maybe it's a mill. I don't know.
I don't know.
I like how when you guys go back and forth, because I can go this way and then this way, because that's how I have it set up right now.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, or maybe it's not what I'm actually hearing, but in the season 2, you can still hear the mill in the background. You can still hear the horn. So I was under the assumption that the mill is just out of operation now.
Yeah, they show it in the next episode, like burnt to the fucking ground. Like the whole thing is gone.
But you still hear the whistle.
Yeah, it's true.
Blowing.
I never thought about that.
I never noticed.
Mark Frost is a very he's got a lot of holes in his game. He's got a lot of holes in his game. Mr. Frost. And then
he's watching this.
Hey, Mark Frost, if you're watching this, this is why you're no longer writing Twin Peaks.
I would love to see a season 4 written and directed by Mark Frost. # Mark Frost.
It would just be
Mark Frost.
the final dossier. It would just be the final dossier, where most people didn't matter at this point.
Well, he got his television chops doing Hill Street Blues back in the 80s.
Blues, yeah. Good show, Hill Street Blues.
I would like to see some of that. I'm a sucker for cop dramas, though.
You've never seen Hill Street Blues?
No, I am a sucker. I would love to see something like that translated into the Twin Peaks universe.
Mostly, it should be just about Chad, the best cop in town. He could be like the commish sort of character in the town,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody say Columbo.
Yeah, or he could be like the Kojak, just put Chad. I'd watch it. Cult of Chad would like it.
Cult of Chad. Yeah, he would. He'd have more.
I don't see them post too much anymore because I guess they ran out of Chad related jokes.
All the members drank the Kool-Aid.
Now they're all dead. Yeah. To say that Jonestown, I would have used grape Kool-Aid because, as we know, grape Kool-Aid covers the flavor of everything. And they didn't. They used fruit punch.
Yeah, fruit punch, you'll taste whatever you make.
If there had been more black people in Jonestown, things would have went smoother. That's all I'm saying. And they wouldn't have killed themselves.
Good point.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Point well taken, Sean.
It's always a bunch of white people getting together killing themselves, or occasionally Asian. But because they're like, I'm not gonna fucking kill myself. It's fucking stupid. But grape Kool-Aid, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna put your strychnine in something, folks. Actually, a pie would be better because it tastes like almonds. So bake it into a pie. An almond pie. There you go.
I concur.
Your murder tip for the day, everybody. Or if you kill your loved ones with my recipe, you get a discount code at my shop for 20%.
All right.
Just 20?
Shut the fuck up, Adam. What discount are you giving for murder?
30.
30? You can get something for 30% off at Adam's shop. I hope your girlfriend or wife or husband or lover or young lover man isn't listening to this. Whatever you like to do. And we go to the hospital and Jacques Renault gets killed via pillow, which, as you pointed out, makes sense because he was all Thorazined up. He was all morphined up.
Yeah, he had a shot in the arm and his other hand was handcuffed.
And he wrapped it with the tape.
Mm.
The other one was broken. And that makes sense because normally you do the pillow on the face. I don't buy that. But if he's doped up, you could probably kill him like that. Yeah.
Right. A fucking 275-pound dude is going to put up a fight unless he's morphined up.
You would hope so. His legs are free, so you hope if you're not doped up, you can still do something. Ben gets everything signed off and then goes to sexually harass his daughter. And Coop gets shot. That's the end of that episode. One thing I noticed in this is there's a severe lack of Coop. For DailyDaleCooper, this is probably not a great episode.
It was really scary. I know now from watching shows that they're not going to kill the main person unless it's The Walking Dead, which is a garbage show.
Yeah, some I can agree on that. Adam, Walking Dead, garbage show.
What show?
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Oh, I did watch it for quite a few seasons, but yeah, I didn't keep my attention for too long after.
I liked the first couple seasons, and then it started getting really drawn out. And then when they killed off the Glenn character, I checked out. I haven't seen an episode. I don't care what direction it goes in from there.
Is it still on?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's on the last season though, right? I think. I don't know.
I didn't like the comic. I didn't like the show. That's the end of that. I didn't like any of it. It's boring. I don't want to watch a bunch of people do nothing while zombies hang out.
Yeah. You didn't get too much. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say. I mean, about Coop. I mean, you didn't get too much of Coop in this one, but you got
very
quality
little
Coop though. You got very quality Coop though.
Yeah.
You know,
just a very strange. And who did you think shot him the first time you saw this, if you can recall? Who did you, in your mind, what did you think? What did you think was going on?
I, for some reason, was thinking Hank, but I had no reasoning.
Well, with the way Hank was teleporting around this episode, he could have been doing everything.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed plausible, right? So. But no, I mean, I had no reason to think why it would be Hank, but that's what I was thinking.
He's been doing a ton of janky shit. So,
yeah, just figured.
Yeah, God, I can't remember who I originally thought, but I've in subsequent watchings I've thought maybe Josie shot him.
Well, it turned out that is probably correct. Which is sort of like the poorest person they could have picked for that. I think it didn't help her in any way. It didn't go anywhere with her like taking Coop out.
Well, it was consistent with her making very questionable choices, though.
Well, yeah, she's an idiot. I mean, that's a fact. Who may now be suffering from the HIV virus. So she was she got her test results back today, and she's decided I'm going to go full bore with this and just start taking people fucking out.
Might as well. I'm as dead as a doorknob.
Wait a second. It just occurred to me. Harry was sick in the return.
Was he?
Of AIDS. He got from Josie.
Oh, damn. It's a long time.
That's there's the through line. Harry was sick in return because he got AIDS from Josie, and he's taking care of his AIDS. Or, I think that there's something there. There's something there. It's canon now. Mark Frost wrote it into the episode.
Does it take that long to act out, or?
You can live your whole life with nowadays with medicine. And stuff
Magic Johnson was diagnosed in 1991.
Well,
November 7th, 91 is when he.
That's a very
world.
Is when he started injecting
piece of information.
Money into his veins.
It was my birthday.
What a happy birthday you got that year. Magic Johnson has
I
AIDS.
know.
Hey, we gave you your favorite thing for your birthday. Disappointment.
Well, I figured I don't know because in the return Harry's dying, right? Or he's fighting.
Yeah, but you can
for
also
something.
die from AIDS.
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm just saying it.
you can live with
I
it. You
figure
can
it's a
also die
perpetual
from it.
treatment, so it's going to be fine.
If you have Magic Johnson money, you can live forever. If you have Harry S. Truman money, ooh,
You're probably living for about 25
better
years.
chance you
27
probably
years.
die, huh?
Yeah.
Good point. Very good point, Warren.
Well, it's the treatment that gets you through. They don't want to cure you. I'm sure there's a cure for AIDS. I'm convinced of it. They just don't want to give it to you. What the fuck were we talking about? Twin Peaks.
I like when Coop, right before Coop gets shot, he's talking to Diane over his tape, and he says that you can tell by the ambient sound of nothing that the Icelanders have left.
That's great shit. Got another,
He was very
10.
happy about that.
I did this thing, you fucking piece of shit. Doesn't matter. I don't know. But as a season finale, what do you guys think? Season finale, Twin Peaks, season 1.
Fucking amazing. I mean, it's upsetting for people who had to stick around the first time when it first aired, just because they had to wait until that second season with such a crazy cliffhanger, you know.
Yeah.
But no, it's amazing. It's what a way to end a first season.
Agreed.
Yeah, for sure. Twin Peaks was probably the first show that I sat down and binged as much as I could with season 1 on VHS and then season 2 later.
Did you watch every episode like more than once?
Oh, not the first time through.
Gotcha.
But
yeah, rewind those things, man. It takes forever.
But yeah, so now we have the luxury of just binging on Netflix or whatever platform you're using. And I've recently just started watching season 5 of Better Call Saul because they just put it up on Netflix, and I forgot what the hell happened in season 4. So that's what happens when so much time is
long
gone
between
by.
seasons.
Yeah, so I couldn't imagine waiting a year between season 1 and 2 of Twin Peaks. And I don't know.
Well, nowadays shows are so complicated. There's a lot more going on in shows nowadays.
Yeah. With me, I'm better off just waiting until every fucking episode is available because I don't have the memory to retain any knowledge about the show between seasons. So
yeah, I had to go back and watch a recap of Better Call Saul just to remember what was going on.
You would think they would do that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Like, here's what happened
last time on Better Call
Saul.
Am I crazy or am I seeing less and less of that? Less and less recaps being shown with the fucking.
They don't do it anymore.
You know?
They did it for a period of time, and now it's not happening. And I don't know what the fuck I'm watching half the time.
They're gaslighting us. They're making us feel fucking crazy, expecting us to fucking retain all this information.
I'm like, wait,
like, oh, you don't remember this? Okay, here you go. Why don't you go search up this little compilation on YouTube? You fucking
yeah. We have to wait for a fan on YouTube to make a compilation for us.
Makes me so thankful for those fans.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Better Call is Better Call Saul good? I've never seen it.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, and it was okay.
Better Call Saul is superior to Breaking Bad.
In a way, I would agree. I've only seen the first, I think, 2 seasons of Better Call Saul, and even that I barely remember, but I do recall liking it very, very much. And I would say, yeah, in its own way, it was kind of better than Breaking Bad in a way.
Bob Odenkirk reading from the phone book, and I would just be fucking on the edge of my seat.
He's awesome.
I love Bob. Since I remember watching him in Mr. Show when I was a little kid.
Oh, Senator Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Did anybody see his action movie where he's a tough guy?
No, it's supposed to be really good. It's called Nobody, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be very, very good.
I don't know if I want to watch Bob Odenkirk fighting a bunch of guys.
Why not?
I don't know. I just I think it would be too funny to take it seriously.
I don't think you're supposed to take it too seriously, but
No, you don't think so? I don't. From the commercials I saw, I got the feeling like this was a serious
I would say
taken level.
it's mildly more serious than that one Daniel Radcliffe action movie, Guns Akimbo. I don't know, have you guys
I like
seen that?
Guns Akimbo.
That was awesome, yeah. But no, I would
Well,
say it's just like slightly more serious than that, right?
I don't know. I didn't fucking see it.
I'm assuming.
Ever since Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe just does whatever the fuck he wants to do, and I really enjoy it. He was
Horns was awesome.
Swiss Army Man, and
Swiss Army Man was
Guns
amazing.
Akimbo,
Yeah.
and was he in Tusk?
No, Tusk was what's his name? Justin Long.
Oh yeah, I hate Justin Long.
Yeah, I like
hate
Justin Long.
I can't stand him. It's his like squeaky voice. They're like, oh, I'm an actor. Everybody, hello.
He actually has. It's not a bad voice. He has a good podcast.
We have a podcast and we sound like a bunch of assholes. What the fuck is everybody has a fucking podcast? There's 19 Twin Peaks podcasts.
What I'm saying is that he has business
sin.
having a podcast and we don't have business having a podcast. Is
Well,
what I'm saying.
hey, you know what? We do have the business. He's already a fucking famous person. Don't take up the little bit of fucking shit we can get.
He's not doing as many movies.
Well, he shouldn't be doing any movies because he sucks. But he still shouldn't be doing a podcast.
Oren, who do you like? Who are there any actors that you're into right now? Like newer actors?
Newer actors.
I feel pretty out of the loop.
Yeah,
I do too. Don't worry about it.
Who's your favorite actor? And don't say Kyle MacLachlan.
Well, I do like Bob Odenkirk as a funny man. I love Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Tim Robbins, he's done some good stuff.
Jacob Slatter.
Yeah,
Jacob Slatter is fucking amazing.
Hudsucker Proxy.
Hudsucker Proxy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Coen Brothers.
And of course, Shawshank.
Shawshank. I haven't seen Shawshank, and I feel like I never need to watch it again because I saw it 39 billion times on TV back in the day.
He played his character really well in High Fidelity.
Yes. I hated him. You're supposed to hate him.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is.
He was like a hippie douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your patchouli stink out of my store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I haven't watched that in fucking since I stopped being an emo. You know what I mean? Like a fucking depressed.
Hey, that's never stopped for me.
Well, you're still a little bitch about everything.
Yeah, I am.
What do you think? So me and Adam, we talked about this, and it's good to have you here. We talked about David Lynch's Cans movie and what we thought it was going to be.
Oh man.
Turns out it's nothing.
I still think it's a long play April Fool's joke or something like that. I don't know.
You think that's weird? What do you think, Warren, about
this?
I'm
hoping.
Disappointing turn of events? Thank you, Variety.
I don't remember who said it, but someone said that someone who still has the time to sit down and post daily weather reports isn't actively in the process of making and releasing a film.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not to get your hopes up.
I never did. I expected it not to be anything. I mean, we kind of was like, if it was going to be something, it was going to be something. We assumed it was going to be a recut of stuff that he had done on that show that didn't go anywhere, like Mulholland Drive.
The Wisteria. Is that what it's called? Or?
Yeah, the Wisteria Lodge.
That was a really good assumption too. A really good guess. It probably would have been that if anything.
Yeah, he did the same with Mulholland Drive. He just cut a TV show into a movie, and I assumed if he was going to do something, it would just be that.
Yeah,
I cut a pilot together into a finished movie.
How long until he comes out with something? Do you guys think? If you were to,
I think he's gonna fucking die and not do anything else.
Shit.
I really don't know. You would like to think that he's actively working on something, but it's like your favorite musician when they take a 6-year break from releasing a record and then they put something out and you're like, you've had 6 years and this is what you've come up with. So it's kind of a disappointing.
Good job, asshole.
Sean, I know you're not big on the Chili Peppers, but Oren, you like Chili Peppers or no?
Every fucking
I-
time we talk, you bring up the fucking Chili Peppers.
No, I don't.
I don't have it in the room with me, but I got in the mail today. I got a World Tour 1995 Red Hot Chili Peppers T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
loved the Chili Peppers. Were like the end all be all favorite band when I was a teenager,
For sure.
and anymore it's outside of Blood Sugar Sex Magic and Mother's Milk. I can't bring myself to listen to most of their stuff.
And we're about to continue this because my thing's about to finish in like a.
I'm gonna stop it and then we'll restart it. Okay, 2 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so.
All right, gentlemen. You know why I've called you here? How do
All
we
right,
kill Superman?
You guys can hear me?
So,
Yeah.
what were you saying about the Chili Peppers?
Well, I mean, you said you haven't really listened to anything newer past Californication or something like that, right?
I've heard all of their albums. I'm actually going to see them in August. They're playing at T-Mobile Park in Seattle.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that should be a good show.
It'll be
No,
the.
I tried listening to that new album.
They have a new
It
album.
has,
Yeah. It's
the album is like an hour and 15 minutes long. There's probably about 10 minutes of music that's like, this shit slaps. The rest of it.
I can say that. Yeah, that's I'd say that's a valid review of the album.
What's the rest of it?
It's just
Like skits or something?
honestly, it's just background. It's nothing too special. It feels like, I don't know.
You guys wouldn't listen to some Chili Pepper skits? You wouldn't enjoy that?
Yeah, I'd get Anthony Kiedis doing some Mr. Show style skits or Adam Sandler.
Some yeah.
Oh yeah.
Give us something. Give us Flea's on there. He's a pretty entertaining guy. We were just talking about Flea. It's one of Adam's favorite actors.
One of a very underrated actor.
Then you celebrate.
Back to the Future Part 3, of course.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I got to give a shout out to my dude, Twin Peaks or the Twin Pines. Welcome to Twin Pines.
Welcome to my great page. Yeah,
very good page.
I wish that guy had hundreds of followers. He deserves it for the amount of effort he puts in. And
which I had a problem with him though. Okay, he calls it Twin Pines. Back to the peaks. Peaks to the future is what I would call it. Peaks to the future. That's what I would call it.
That's not too late for. He can rebrand himself, and he's so early on in his fandom.
Well, if he's listening to this, and I've told him this in private message, because occasionally I get drunk and tell people how I think about their memes. And I said, you should be Peaks of the Future. And he said, oh, okay. And he hasn't done it. So
hey,
another banger out there is X-Files Peaks. They've been killing it.
Oh my God, yeah. With really good quality shit too.
I enjoy their posts. What do we think about Unwholesome Peaks?
I like what they're doing. I don't know. I kind of like what they're doing.
So when he first started, he tried to rip my gimmick off. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole thing. He was like, "Oh, I'm not DemonPeaks," and he was trying to have his own little feud with Wholesome Peaks. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm not participating in your chicanery. All right, this is my shit. It's my show. And I'm also, the thing is, I'm naturally kind of an asshole, so it works for me to be aggressive at people. And he's not. Like, he's kind of a nice person because we've interacted a number of times. So they don't have the balls to be that mean, and they shouldn't try. And they've given it up since then. Now they're just posting big titty ladies. Are you really?
Yes.
You don't have the balls to be as mean as I do. And I think everything I said was good. You rip off my gimmick, you fucking cut then you're very polite about it. So I couldn't even be mad about it because we talked a couple of times and you're like super nice to talk to. Like, you're a very polite guy.
It killed me to shit talk Beck when you were doing the Beck Peaks.
Did you shit talk Beck? I didn't even remember you did that.
Unwholesome Peaks was shit talking.
Yeah.
back as I was saying how Beyonce got ripped off and from the Grammy Award back in 2015.
That's
Jesus
wild,
Christ.
dude.
All right, yeah, that's pretty funny.
That
That's
pained me
hilarious.
too.
You got nothing on me. You got nothing on my gimmick, buddy. This is all me, baby. Maybe one day I'll teach
That
you
was
how
a
to be
beautiful
really,
reveal.
really
That was
cruel to
a
people.
Tarantino style reveal.
Oh my God, yeah.
I love
we're
it.
gonna screen
I
cap
love
that
it.
and do you want us to put
yeah, that has to be a screenshot. That has to be the fucking title card for the episode.
how many
Well,
big titty ladies do you look at in a day, Oren?
you know, that's the fucking thing, dude. Like, I follow a handful of the restaurant pages, and it does nothing for me, dude. It's like,
No, I don't want to.
that kind of thing, right?
It's just I don't get it. And I hate that the hashtag Twin Peaks comes up with all this shit. Like, I
Mhm.
hate it. And I
It's
scroll through and
overrun
I
by
like
all that shit.
I scroll through and I like Twin Peaks stuff, and I'll get it occasionally. I'm like, I don't really want to like. As a man who almost exclusively dates waitresses, servers, I don't need extra incentive to date a waitress.
Yeah.
They already
Uh,
bring me food and sleep with me, so I'm good.
I haven't seen this in a really long time, but when you would search the Dale Cooper hashtag, there was an adult male actor named Dale Cooper.
Is there really?
I think I've come across
Yeah.
this person on my image searches for a Dale Cooper shit.
Like a
on,
hardcore
like-
provocateur?
Like a very hunky looking
Very bulgy
Chippendale
man.
kind of. Yeah.
Do you think it was incidental that was the name he picked, or do you think it was intentional? Do you think he had like a Twin Peaks
Oh,
stripping routine?
nothing in the photos that I've seen of him implies anything about Twin Peaks or Dale Cooper.
Well,
No.
if anybody's gonna be looking at a hunky guy, it's definitely gonna be Adam. He's gonna be looking at the hunky guy.
yeah, but
Who wrote that on your foot? Did you write that on your foot?
Yeah, and
That was really
even,
well.
I did it backwards too because my
Yeah.
camera is facing
That
backwards.
is really you got some scraping, you got some scrape your foot there, you got some yellowing on your foot. But that's
Hey,
really well done for writing it on your foot. I give
Yeah.
you
I
no
was able to read
applause
it.
for the wholesome piece, but I give you many applause for the foot thing.
Thank you. Yeah,
Love
dude. Running a smaller page has been a lot of fun because it's gotten me in touch with
Boobies.
people I would never probably followed with my Dale Cooper account. I have kind of, I don't want to say strict following guidelines, but I don't follow everybody. Like, if you haven't posted in the last year, I'm not going to follow you. I'm not going to follow your private account. I'm not going to follow your art account.
Mhm.
I'm not going to follow your Twin Peaks fan page if you have 2 posts, but with the unwholesome peaks, I've just not following everybody, but it's really turned me on to some of the smaller pages like Fringe Peaks, Cool
Yeah,
Fucking
good.
Person,
Yeah.
Buffy.
Oh, I love Buffy. That's one of my favorite pages of all time.
It's so
She-
good
she
with
makes-
their shit.
Yeah.
Like really solid posts. I'm really impressed. And I was never a super big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan.
I've never
but
seen the show.
but I appreciate the work that she puts into her posts. So
Buffy Peaks is one of my favorite pages. One of my favorite pages.
Yeah.
Solid stuff. Nice person. She was talking about the Boston Marathon today. And she says it was a busy crowd. And I said, worse things could happen at the Boston Marathon than a bad crowd.
huzzah. Yeah, I accidentally outed myself to the wholesome one.
Yeah, she
I
told
was-
me about, she figured it out because you gave her some address or something and she looked it up and something she had. And she's like,
Yeah, so I was having a DM conversation with the Cooper account, and then like a few days later, I like.
But you were
picked up
having
where I
a
left
conversation
off.
with yourself on your accounts?
No, I was having with the wholesome one. I was having
Oh.
Cooper and I were having a conversation with her, and then a few days later, I picked up where I left off on my unwholesome account, and
So you're
before I
not-
could unsend it, she saw it, and
Well, she said because it was you. If it had been anybody else, she said because it was you, she wasn't going to say anything. And I agree with that. Had it been like someone stupid, D or somebody fucking who gives a shit.
These Nets, these
yeah,
customs.
D Customs, yeah. Which wouldn't
I like
it wouldn't
them.
have been funny. It wouldn't have been funny if it was him, because it was he's a rube, you know. The other foot
Ever
doesn't
since
say
you told me you thought that's who it was, that's who I thought. I thought it was
the other
D's
foot doesn't say
Customs.
I am D's Customs, does it?
Um, maybe I made my bio that for a day. I can't remember.
And I
was
like, he should stick to fixing action figures and not trying to play a game with the big boys.
Fringe Peaks was the one that came up with the April Fool's idea of everybody making posts.
Yeah, and
style posts.
I participated in that in my own way.
I used one from back when my editing skills were not as great. So,
well, I actually made a couple of them. I did do it, and then I decided it wouldn't make sense for me to do that, so I posted them and just insulted you guys because it makes more sense to do that. And, but I did make some.
And then Fringe, he gave me like an online tutorial on how to use the Pixlr app. We had this like really long direct message conversation on how to fucking edit photos. So if you look at my Cooper page, I don't edit anything. Maybe I can slap some text on the bottom of the screen, but as far as like actual editing,
your game has stepped up. So thanks to this smaller account, your game has stepped up. Your editing.
Yeah, so
I've noticed Unwholesome Peaks getting a little bit better.
Yeah, they've been. Your stuff's actually quite good in terms of like quality.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot better.
Yeah, I've learned a few tricks.
Yeah, it shows.
all thanks to Fringe, because I was like really running out of ideas. Like, God, how am I going to keep this going? It was like the Daily Dale Earnhardt would just go to the wayside.
I think I think there was a logical issue with Daily Dale Earnhardt. I think there was gonna be a cap on that one, no matter what you did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Racing was a big part of my life as a child growing up, but I couldn't tell you. Besides, I couldn't tell you one active race car driver by name. There's a dude named Brandon.
I have a great Dale Earnhardt meme for you.
Okay.
He wrecks his car. As he's wrecking his car, the Polish guy from The Return is shooting.
I can never show my face back home.
I might make that one now that I'm thinking about it.
You should.
Not that I want to make light of a man's actual death, but I do post pictures all the time of people getting killed. And nobody seems to give a shit.
That one's right up your alley, though.
Yeah,
you should definitely do that.
And I've mentioned before that the only one I never did was the MLK one because I was told not to post that one.
Yeah,
for smart reasons. Yeah. So we had a big revelation here today. Oren is a serial killer.
Yep.
Was the big revelation.
So when you're getting ready to promote this show, you can say, you have special guest DailyDaleCooper, and then around hour 2.5, you have another special guest.
Yep,
we have 2 special guests today. We have 3 special guests today. We got Daily Dale Earnhardt, we got DailyDaleCooper, and we have Unwholesome Peaks, which is a Johnny Cash page. New idea. Anybody wants to use that one, feel free. Unwholesome Peaks. Johnny Cash fan. But we have music really fan pages. We had that guy that did like music, a bunch of different music. I don't know what happened to him. He disappeared. But we got Iggy Pox Peaks, whatever the fuck her name is, Sheena. And there's a couple other ones, but it seems like the music ones don't last all that long.
Well, you know what? Bad Binoculars, a lot of their stuff. I mean, I think that they'll do some music stuff here and there, right?
Yeah, they do music stuff in there, and then
they did a Blondie one the other day.
That one was
solid
really
gold.
And Peaks in the Hole does music stuff every so often, but I never know his stuff is really topical, and I don't always know what the fuck he's talking about because I don't watch new stuff or watch new movies, and like he'll be like, "This show," and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but he's a great guy.
I'm glad that he hasn't. I'm glad he doesn't pigeonhole himself into just Peaks in the Hall
No, it
and
doesn't. Yeah,
Twin Peaks. I mean, Kids in the Hall, and he branches out to
well, I think
other
he's high as a
popular
kite
culture.
most of the time, so he doesn't. He just does whatever is on his mind. I remember he made a Seven Peaks one like a week ago, and it was almost exactly the same as the Seven Peaks one he did 6 months ago.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, you did this already. And I sent him both, and he's like, oh man, I'm really high. We did this. You were participated in it.
That's the kind of mistake that I would make, though.
Yeah. You know, you. It's normally we're still going to work on PCU, right?
PCU. Have you seen PCU or Oren?
No,
Since the 90s.
What is it?
It's a movie starring Jeremy
Piven.
Piven.
And David Spade.
I wouldn't say what's the other guy? Jon Favreau. And Parliament Funkadelic.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in college, but they all look old. So I don't know what to make of that. It's pretty much
a fucking great, like cult classic '90s college movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so not to be confused with Wet Hot American Summer.
No, which is also a fantastic. We're starring Stella, Michael Ian Black, Michael Showalter, and David Wayne, and a brilliant. Some real actors in that too. What's her name from Parks and Recreation? Bradley Cooper. David Hyde. David Hyde. Yeah, Leslie Knope. David Hyde Pierce.
They made a show out of it too, right?
They made two shows. They made a prequel and a sequel, but they're all 30 years older. So the prequel was fantastic. And like, we're 17 years old, but you know, they're clearly like in their mid 50s or late 40s. Michael Ian Black still looks pretty good.
What's the dude that's the man of the year this year?
There's a man of the year.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Tall.
He rides in on his motorcycle in his introduction scene, then jumps off. That's one of the funniest moments of television.
I love Paul Rudd. Man can do no wrong.
Hilarious. The dude doesn't fucking age either. Man.
He was the sexy brother in Clueless in 1996.
He still is.
And Alicia Silverstone is pretty much dead, and he still looks the same. Like, she breastfed her kid till it was 8 or whatever the fuck she was doing, weird shit or whatever weird nonsense she was up to, and he's just like, I'm still Paul Rudd. It's that once you get that Marvel money, man, they inject stuff into you.
Oh yeah.
So it's the blood of Chinese slaves to make you younger.
Maybe that's what Hank was up to.
Yeah,
getting some of that.
He wanted some of that sweet Chinese blood. What the fuck was up with Hank in this episode? I'm mad about it now that I've talked about it. I'm mad.
Hank reminds me of someone that I know in real life, so I've just never liked that character.
He's kind of a piece of shit. So the guy you know is a piece of shit. He's like just a piece of shit.
Yeah, like in and out of jail. If you saw a side by side of their faces, you would even think that it was the actor.
But this dude tries to carry himself like he's not a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
of course.
Nobody who's a piece of shit really thinks they're a piece of shit. I mean,
of course not.
Like, if you're a bad guy, you don't think you're a bad guy.
What's up with the domino?
I don't know. He's like throating it down his fucking throat and shit, and it never comes up again, like what it's supposed to be.
He sends a drawing of it in the mail to Josie.
Like an etching, like a really well done sketch of a fucking domino. And she's like, oh no, a domino. I'd be like, really? That's a really nice drawing, Hank. Thank you. Like, what are you?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I've never thought a domino could look so beautiful.
So I heard the theory.
I got this in the mail today from our friend 12 Rainbow Trout.
Oh, that guy's a good guy. Oh, well, he drew that.
Dude.
Or painted that.
What?
Yeah, I got it today.
Ridiculous. That's just ridiculous.
For some reason, he sent me this beer cozy. I'm not sure what VGDB stands for. VG is his first and last initial.
Huh.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, we got to figure it out now. this episode of DarkPeaks podcast. We got to figure out what
Very,
that stands
very
for.
good.
Very good. Badger.
Isn't it DB?
DB or BD?
DB Cooper.
DB.
Yeah, very good DB Cooper. You know, the plane hijackist. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. The guy
Yeah,
that
see
robbed the
Gilbert.
bank and
Guess he
got
Gilbert
away with it.
Godfrey died.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, not a good year.
We're losing all the good. We
comedians
lost Louis
passing
Anderson
away.
and Norm Macdonald and you know
Louis
what's his
Anderson.
face? Yeah, all the good ones.
Betty White.
Betty White.
Mhm.
Man, this you know what? I'm done with this shit. This years of people dying. No, it's not happening anymore. I'm done with time. Linear time doesn't exist anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just go back
Just gonna hop around.
and I'm gonna be like Hank. I'm gonna just hop around different places in time. Do whatever I want to do.
What year
showing
is
it.
this?
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. Time, you know, Douglas Adams said it best. Time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so. And that is how I live my life.
Douglas Adams, the abolitionist?
No, Douglas Adams, the British science fiction writer.
Oh. Which Adams am I thinking of?
Frederick Douglass.
Oh. See,
Which, ironically enough, that's who you think of when you want a boy. That's who it was, Frederick Douglass.
I wanted to say Frederick Douglass, but I wasn't.
We got a story arc here today,
full
folks.
circle.
So if you ever intend to impregnate somebody that that's your choice, your lifestyle, and you want a boy, think of Frederick Douglass and all the good things he did before he was murdered, before abolitionism was a thing. Yeah. I have a book. It's a book with him and Abraham Lincoln stopping slavery. It's like a kid's book, but he died like 60 years before Abraham Lincoln was president. So I'm like, it's called The Hammer and the Anvil. And it's about Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln fighting slave owners. And I'm thinking, like a physical fighting. It's like they're like fighting book. And I'm thinking, I don't think
coloring book?
It's not a coloring book. It's a kid's like learning book. If it was a coloring book, that'd be even better because, oh boy, you'd have some mix-ups going on there. What color do we make the slave owner? I wonder. I have the Dune coloring book, Dune, the Dune Kids Activity Book, the David Lynch Dune Kids Activity Book.
Oh, nice.
Is it from the 80s?
Yes, it's an original, officially licensed David Lynch Kids Activity Book.
Did you fill it in?
No, I'm not gonna fucking fill it in. I don't want to ruin it. It's the worst. It's like draw the Baron Harkonnen, and I'm like, why would a kid want to do this?
Make
Some weird kid who
photocopies
loves
of it.
Dune.
Yeah, find the word Shah Halud in this puzzle. Like, no. Yeah, it's good stuff. I wish David Lynch would release more kids memorabilia for his movies. Blue Velvet.
Yeah, he really could have George Lucas things.
Yeah, I would like
If
to.
he applied himself.
I would buy a Blue Velvet action figure set in the room with him puffing the. You know what I mean? I'd have that displayed. You can see it right here.
little fucking ear and everything.
Little Frank Booth, little gas tank. You know what I mean? He's fucking sticking a fistful of Blue Velvet in her. That's what I want to see. That's the leg. Hey, Lynch bricks, get on it. You're listening to this. I know you are, you Scottish piece of shit.
You really should create that set at the end where the movie climaxes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think
that'd be awesome to see as
you could do a lot. You could do a lot with David Lynch kids stuff. You know, get a Disney series about the dad from Lost Highway, Gary Busey. I'd watch it.
Gary Busey and something Disney.
Yeah.
Today, Gary Busey working
his son's still doing okay. I think probably.
Who, Jake?
Jake Busey. He's in movies, right? He was in The Frighteners, 1999.
Yeah, he's still giving that big old teethy grin smile.
I don't remember him being in anything else, but I remember The Frighteners.
Well, he was in PCU.
Was he?
Yeah.
I forgot about it. Jake Busey. Good God, what an ugly fuck he is. So we had a show last week that didn't air yet, and we said if you could pick one person you'd want to put in a David Lynch film, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Pick one person to put into a David Lynch show.
Yeah, like a new project, and he's got to cast an actor he's never worked with before. Doesn't have to be a new actor; it could be someone living would be preferential. Who would you want to see?
God, I am having a hard time remembering his actual name. His character name on the show Homicide was Tim Bayliss. Did you watch? Did you watch Homicide? Life on the Streets?
I remember what Life on the Streets. I'll look it up. Tim Bayliss, played by Kyle Score. Oh yeah,
Yes.
I remember that guy. Yeah.
So he is like a more believable Dale Cooper.
Yeah, he actually, because he
Like
was also
like
in
if
other stuff. Yeah.
Dale Cooper were an actual person, he would act a lot like Tim Bayliss.
Like what do you think would be toned down a bit more compared to Dale Cooper?
He would actually
in this
investigate
guy.
stuff instead of just fucking guessing.
Yeah, he wouldn't throw rocks at a beer bottle. And
Yeah, he would do some like work, like talk to people in town, or like
or
do
set up a
something.
parameter around
Yeah,
Leo's house.
do anything. Maybe do anything, except for just be like, hey, I'm in the FBI. I'm gonna go hang out for a little bit. See you guys. And it certainly wouldn't be going across the border illegally when he could have easily gotten an extraction order. We do have that with Canada for Jacques Renault, who's working in an American-owned place as well.
Yeah, so extradition would not have been.
No, wouldn't have been a problem. Wouldn't have been a problem. He's also 5 minutes from the border, apparently. So they just kicked him right over. See ya, get out of here, buddy. It's Canada. There's no laws. Unless, except for everything has to be in French. Everything else is you do whatever you want. Get on that truck convoy and just fucking ride your ass to Trudeau's house. And he's in blackface, so it doesn't matter. He's still in blackface. Yeah, he never left. He puts white face on when he leaves, so when he takes it off, he's still in blackface.
He is Sharpie. It's a really good Sharpie.
But you're in Seattle. You're close to the Canadians there. Come running down like evil syrup.
Oh
Evil
boy,
syrup.
I went to Canada when I was 17, and I went to Canada when I was 19, 20. It's been a very long time since I've.
So 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, 24 years, something.
I like Canada. It's a nice place.
I live, I'm about 20 minutes away from Laura's Log in Paulsbo, Washington, where they filmed. That was the interior of the Great Northern for the pilot episode.
Oh, okay.
It's called the Kiana Lodge.
Did they change it for the remainder?
Yeah, the remainder of the first season at least was in a set on a soundstage in California, if I remember right. So they did a lot of establishing shots at the Kiana Lodge. That's where Pete and Catherine's house is supposed to be. They use the exterior of the Kiana Lodge for Pete and Catherine's house. So that's 20 minutes up the road from where I live. And I'm about 90 minutes away from Tweed's Cafe.
Good people with tweeds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I ordered a bunch of their
journey up there.
They sent me a pie. It was delicious.
No shit.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Wow. Yeah, I was really flattered when they started following me on Instagram.
And they're really cool, and they really are. They're part of the community. You would think that a place like that would be a little disconnected, but
no, they're immersed. They're
them and Mary, who we found out just lost a son.
Apparently,
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, she's lost her son. Which our condolences to the whole peace community for Mary. You're a big part. You're a big part of the community. You know what I mean? She's
It blows me away how, and every time I open my Instagram, she's inviting strangers into her house to take pictures of her ceiling fan, and
so cool.
What a nice lady. Like, what a hell of a
Not
lady.
too many
I'm
people
sorry.
would be willing to do that for
No,
sure.
well, the people who
Yeah.
had the Goonies house didn't. They fucking hated it.
Yeah, a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, they were like, no, don't come in. They put, fence up, and they were like, it's the Goonies house, man. Like, come on, you can't live in a place like this and not know what you're fucking
Yeah.
getting into.
There's rich stuff in there.
Yeah, you can't can you imagine if like the Addams Family house or Norman Bates's house was like you know what I mean? Like, you can't live there and then be like, no, don't come to the house.
Yeah, it comes with expectations.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up here. It is getting to be Oren. Is it Oren or Orn?
I'll respond to either.
I don't give a shit.
Anything with an O.
That's like with my
Oh,
last name, but there's like 3
Oren.
different ways to say my last name, but
How do you say your
never
last
correct
name?
anybody.
Tell everybody your last name, Adam.
Okay, Zayland, Zalen.
Oh yeah, you
Zaland.
got like 3 Z's and a Q in it or something. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard my parents pronounce it all 3 different ways too, so I can't
That's
fucking
funny.
tell you what's the actual real proper way.
I-
It all depends on who they're talking to. So
I have the
don't know.
easiest last name to pronounce. You can't really fuck it up. O'Malley.
O'Malley.
Yeah,
got a great
I've got
bar.
a nice Kraut last name.
So yes, it's
Yeah.
very yes, yeah, definitely, yeah. You're very you goose stepped on into our show and into our hearts.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah. We'd
Very
like to have you
entertaining.
again, man.
Unwholesome Orin, everybody, is the new page.
Yeah, that was the fucking reveal of a lot.
And hey, there you go. Unwholesome Orin is pictures of you with the ladies.
There you go. That's the reveal.
We should make one for the reveal of it.
That would be
No
good.
one
That'd
wants
be-
to see
that'd
my
be
face.
The title card. Yeah.
Hey, I thought the same thing. No one wanted to see our face, but we get a lot of ladies listening to this, furiously masturbating.
Hello, ladies.
So
I think it's more so for you, Sean, not me.
I didn't say it was for you. I said they watch. They're obviously watching for me. Who the fuck's watching for you?
Nobody.
No one's tuning in. I wonder what GothPeaks thinks about something. No one gives a shit. You know what you think? Nothing. It's pretty much nothing going on. That's why it's a good dynamic.
Yeah.
Because I'll rant and rave and you'll go, I'm not gonna get in this one.
I opt out.
You're like Gandhi, you're passive resistance.
Mhm.
You follow in the footsteps of men like Gandhi and King.
I have a little bit more hair than him,
Well,
but
I think was I talking to you, Daily Dale, or what a cop-out thing to say after a guy's already beat you up?
No,
Albert's, I don't know who the fuck it was. I was talking to someone. Albert giving that speech to Harry.
fucking
It was somebody. I was talking to somebody. I thought it was him. Because we talk every so
you're
often.
fucking drunk. You just don't
Yeah.
remember who you talked to.
Yes.
You just don't ever remember.
I talk to a lot of people. I'm a very busy guy. People enjoy talking to me.
I'm a very busy guy.
Yeah, well, I'd say of just about anyone on Instagram, I've probably had the most lengthiest conversations with you, Sean, and the wholesome one. I've had some pretty decent chats with,
Yeah.
and
She said we're not allowed to talk about her anymore, but she didn't tell me that. So I'm gonna tell her what's up. Because we talk. I don't know what the fuck she'd be like, hey man, I don't talk about. I think she probably did tell me that, but I didn't probably listen. It seems like that's something that she would have said to me and that I wouldn't have listened to.
Probably. Sounds about
That's-
right.
I had a friend of mine who got overlooked for a job because the employer was looking at their social media and saw them doing a fucking keg stand or something stupid. Like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
that is so asinine and so fucking ridiculous that you would dare it. What does it matter what you do? You're buying my time on the clock. What I do off my
Yeah.
clock, it don't fucking matter.
kiss my ass, what I do in my free
Yeah.
time.
Like if anybody,
That's
I
a
don't-
bunch of
I'm
bullshit
never
when
gonna
an
work
employer
a
looks at
normal-
that.
normal job again, but if I do and somebody finds this and they're like, talk about smoking crack an awful lot, I'm like, oh, let's smoke crack. What? Fire me. Give a shit.
I'll give a shit. I'm on crack.
Yeah, I'm a goddamn chef. I don't give a fuck what you do. Is the food good? Then it don't fucking matter. You're lucky everybody's not on heroin.
It's not illegal to do drugs. It's illegal to possess them.
Yeah, and I don't have any drugs in my home, and I don't do drugs anymore because I have a kid. But you can't do that shit.
What? Remember Mitch Hedberg? He said, "I used to do drugs. I still do,
Still do.
but
too?
I used to too.
I miss
Classic.
Mitch.
I love
miss-
Mitch Hedberg.
I remember at his death, I think it was Jeff Ross talking about his parents, not Jeff Ross' parents, but Mitch's parents threw a golf outing for anti-drugs for Mitch after Mitch's death. And Jeff Ross was there and he was like, they did everything Mitch would have hated. Golf for anti-drugs? Nope.
God,
Not in your son's spirit, ma'am.
that's not what Mitch would have wanted.
No, if it was a golf, if it was like a drug outing for drugs, Mitch would have loved it. If it was a Nirvana concert cover band for drugs, Mitch would have been right on top of that.
Love it.
But all right, folks, we're going to end this episode today. Oren, did you have a nice time? Thumbs up. Give us a foot up. Give us a big toe up.
There we go.
Woo!
Got a big toe up and a thumbs up.
Yeah, it was a good time. I just realized that giving the thumbs up was counterproductive to the people that listen on Spotify.
Nobody is
So,
listening
yes.
on Spotify. Watch this on
I've
YouTube. Shut up.
I've only listened to your show on Spotify. I've never. This is the first time I'm seeing Adam's face. I've seen your
What's up,
face
buddy?
on
The live stream and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
I also
I've
run a
seen you
YouTube
before.
page. So if anyone wants to listen to me further, listen to my reviews. I'm doing Werner Herzog month next month, and I'm doing
Ooh,
Harry Dean Stanton month this month.
nice.
So good stuff.
Good
All right,
shit from us
everybody.
for you.
Good talking to you, and goodbye.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Anyways.